Year was good, people. We're back live at the plaza. So today we have to talk about that crazy Katt Williams interview on Club Shay Shay that dropped yesterday. He was going crazy. It's gone viral. The video's on around over 5 million views at the moment and counting. I mean, he went crazy. He just went in. He started exposing secrets from the industry. He got at Kevin Hart, Cedric the Entertainer, Steve Harvey. He said Harvey Weinstein offered to give him neck. P. Diddy offered to party with him and he said no. I mean, he was going in. Really, what I wanted to discuss today is this is the industry. I think what started to happen in recent years is a lot of people, they're tired of the industry now. So a lot of people are tired of being lowballed. A lot of people are tired of working and then not making the money that goes alongside with, the numbers of the project they worked on, whether that be the music industry or the film industry. They're not happy with how their talents get put to a side for some people that was willing to do a little bit more for the role. They're not happy with it. So a lot of people are starting to come out. A lot of people are starting to speak about some of these things that happened in the past. As you're going to see, I got a Charlemagne video dropping. Yeah, make sure you look into that Charlemagne video. I got some unreleased footage or some scrubbed. Like the footage I got is scrubbed off the internet, so no one ain't got it. So make sure you look into it. But the thing with that footage and some of the stuff Katt's talking about is back in the day, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 25 years ago, things were a lot different. And this is what I need everyone to understand. Things were a lot different. You could get people, just taking your shit and robbing you, and you ain't got nothing to say. You can't say nothing. Who you gonna go to? The people you're gonna go to are the people that are robbing you, basically, effectively. Everything's a relationships business. So back in the day, you just had to take it. Whether that's some of these women that was getting assaulted, whether it's some of the creators that got robbed for their services or for their ideas. Like, people are getting robbed. But what's happening nowadays is YouTube, Instagram, the direct-to-consumer relationship. It means you can get your story out there. So Katt, he's in a similar mode as Kanye. Back in the day, Kanye wouldn't have been able to say anything about some of the injustice he felt he was getting, whether it be from, the higher level fashion institutes and whatnot. He wouldn't have been able to say nothing, but because he's got a platform now, he can talk outside of rhyming his words together in music. He can just directly say, yo, this is what's going on. And that's what Katt's doing. If you follow Katt, like, a lot of people will be surprised by this interview. A lot of people will be shocked. Shade Borough, Shade Room and all these channels, these pages, they're going to be posting all of this. They might be shocked. If you follow Katt, he's never held his tongue. The only thing with Katt is he disappears for a while. So he always disappears. Then when he comes back with smoke. The last time he was in circulation, he was getting that Tiffany Haddish heart. Now, a lot of you be confused. Why was he getting that Tiffany Haddish? Like, she's, girls trip, she's funny, she's a star, etc. No, that's not his issue. His issue is the talent. His issue was, why is she getting pushed forward with everything now? Why? Why is that happening? He was trying to say she's a plant, and I don't want to put words in his mouth, but you're just going to have to go back and watch them old interviews. He's trying to say she's a plant. The industry's pushing her. She's not talented like that. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm talented like that. And obviously he will mention other guys that are talented like that, but more time he's talking about himself. I'm talented like that. Where she come from? Why is she in this, that, this? And that's his same argument with Kevin Hart. Now, if you know about Kevin Hart, then you know about Paper Soldiers. Yeah, if you follow them, check out Paper Soldiers. This was the first time I saw Kevin Hart. So he was a young, upcoming actor, Paper Soldiers, boom, doing this thing. And then the next we saw him, he was leading in Soul Plane. So Katt alluded to this in the Club Shay Shay interview. He was in Soul Plane leading. Now Soul Plane bombed, boom. You know, I'm not gonna lie, when Soul Plane come out, I was young, so I found it funny in it. But a lot of people, grown people that went to watch that film, I guess it was too comical, too slapstick. It bombed. Boom. Kevin Hart gone. And to be fair to Kevin Hart, I saw him on the grind. So I used to see him posting videos. He used to be in Miami. He used to be moving about on the ground. It looked like he was trying to get some stuff cracking. And I feel like, you know, somewhere along the line, he got an opportunity. But Katt's whole debate is, where did that opportunity come from? Why was that opportunity given to you? What did you need to do to get that opportunity? Because he doesn't feel like Kevin Hart's talent equates to some of the things that he got. Now, I'm not going to lie, Kevin Hart's early stand-ups, I used to find it funny. Definitely when I was younger, I used to find it funny. But as he got more commercial, his comedy is not really my thing. And I think a lot of the comedians was on that same type. You know what I mean? They was on that same type. They felt like that. I know Mike Epps definitely felt like it. I can't remember who else called out Kevin Hart, but a few people, like, to the comedians, he weren't funny. And I think that's a big thing, because if you look at, like, Eddie Murphy, a couple people, like, obviously everyone's not gonna have the same opinion, but if you look at Eddie Murphy, most men are gonna say he's delirious is funny, raw is funny. It's a kind of universal opinion. Where with Kevin Hart, it wasn't universal. It wasn't even close. Like, out of 100 comedians, around 20 thought he was funny. And the thing is, you don't know if that 20 actually think he's funny, or they're just trying to get in his good books because he was in the limelight at the moment. Do you get what I'm saying? So, you know, Katt, there's some validity to some of the stuff he's saying, but, you know, you never know. Like, could he be better? I don't think he's better, because Katt's got money. Now, if you go all around the internet, if you look at interviews, whenever Katt's named by other people, whether that be rappers or whoever, you know, it's always mentioned in a good light. You know, he's always contributed to rappers. He's always helped causes. He's always done stuff. Like, you know, there's an interview, I'm going to give you some research. There's an interview with Freaky Zeke, Diplomats rapper, on Queen's Flip's podcast. Queen's Flip asked him, oh, what happened to your Diplomats chain? Or I think he was telling a story about how someone tried to kill him for his chain. And, you know, someone said, well, where's the chain now? And next minute he started talking about Katt. And I'm thinking, what's Katt got to do with Freaky Zeke from Dipset? But he's told a big story about how Katt set up 20 trucks to go down to Haiti to feed the, I don't know what was going on at Haiti at the time, but he sent 20 trucks down there with water, supplies, etc. And so, yeah, do your research. You know, he gave Beanie Siegel a car. He gave him a whole car. I think he gave him like a Lamborghini or something like that once upon a time. Like, Katt's really about this thing. And it's the same as Kanye. Like, some of these guys, they're really about their thing, you know. Like, obviously, you know, you might hear them, you know, you might hear the negative sides, or you see the negative side of them, or the weird stuff. But when it comes to the people, they're really about it. Now, obviously, Katt, for those of you that remember, he went off the rails for a little period. I remember there was one era when he was going out with Hazel E. He was dating Hazel E from, I remember she was in Love and Hip Hop, and a whole lot of weird stuff was going on. I believe he got arrested, and when they came in to arrest him, he was covered in chocolate or something, naked covered in chocolate. I don't know. I don't know what was going on around them times. But at the same time, you don't know if it was a smear campaign, because he was talking back then. He was talking too much back then. And I just think it's an interesting time, because you got the Epstein thing that's just come out. You got the Diddy stuff that's just came out. It feels like a lot of this stuff is connected. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And a lot of people, they're gonna have to be careful, because let's be honest, a lot of people, they're coming out there, they're exposing, they're talking the things, as we would say. They're exposing, they're talking. But it's like, are you ready for the consequences of talking? Because we know who runs the industry. We don't have to say the name. We know what group or collective runs the industry. So just know that if you go out there and talk, the likelihood is, you know, you can be demonetized. You know, your thing can get taken down. The algorithm games, all types of stuff can happen. You know, get arrested all of a sudden. Your files start coming up online. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy, because it was just the other day Diddy was telling Kanye, look, it's about love and we need love and all this sort of stuff. And the next minute, yeah, you're on the Summer Jam screen. Now we're looking at you. Well, what's happening there? What did Cassie say? Do you know what I mean? So people, especially Shannon, you know, Shannon Sharp, just need to be a bit careful, because, you know, you'll be quick to get the views. Like I said, its video's got 5 million views, but remember that all money's not good money. If you're telling the truth, then whatever, but just know that, you know, them views come with repercussions, and a lot of people aren't going to be happy that Katt's on your platform talking industry secrets. You know, Steve Harvey, he's a guy, when you look at him, he's played the game. He hasn't affiliated with, you know, his peers, you know, the comedic peers. He hasn't affiliated with them. He's gone upstairs. So he's going to make some calls. Cedric the Entertainer, he's a guy that just stays out the way, and he's continued to get work. When a lot of people struggle to get work, like, what's his name? The guy that was in Friday, I can't remember. It slipped my mind, but, you know, some people struggle to get work, and when you see them on interviews, they're like, yeah, I got this film coming out, that film coming out, and then it's either straight to DVD or the film never gets made. So a lot of people struggle to get work. Cedric's always been working. Who is he affiliated to? Who is he locked in with? We ain't got to talk about Diddy. We ain't got to talk about Kevin Hart. Like, when I look at Kevin Hart, he hasn't really done nothing big to me recently. You know, he's had a couple crazy things happen. Even recently, he just sued Tasha K. I feel like there's a lot of dirt behind Kevin Hart, because I feel like he got a lot of money and he got it fast. And so when that happens, you know, sometimes you don't know how to behave. Do you get what I mean? So I think there's a lot of dirt behind him. And I don't think, you know, even though Kevin Hart's funny, I think that what he had to do to become famous still haunts him, you know. And I don't know, but I'm just saying, I feel like there's definitely something sinister there. So Kevin Hart's a guy, sometimes when I look at him on interviews or whatever, he don't really seem that happy to me. And it might be because he wasn't supported by his peers. It might be because some of the scandals he's had and whatnot. But yeah, you know, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, but enjoy the content. And I'm going to say one thing. You know, a lot of people are going to be mad that I posted this, but I'm just a messenger, live from the plaza.